시작할게요. So today we're gonna talk about Korean particles. Do you know about Korean particles? Koreans are using particles after each noun, right? For example, 저는 이네예요 mean I'm 이네. Here 저는 는 is the particle, right? After the subject, after the object, the thing you wanna talk, we are using the particles after nouns, right? I'll show you 3 sentences here. The first sentence, 저 학생이에요. I am a student. 저 학생이에요. Which particle we should put here? Can you answer? What particle we have to use it here? 네, 저 학생이에요. 맞아요, that's right. For the first sentence, we have to use the particle 는, right? We have to use 저는 학생이에요. Then what about this sentence? 집 커요. Should I say 집을 커요 or 집이 커요? Which particle I have to use here? 집, something, 커요. The house is big. 커요 means big. 집 means house. The house is big. In Korean, 집 something 커요. 집은, 집는, or 집을? The answer is 집은 커요 or 집이 커요. So have to use okay. 저 집은 커요. 집이 커요. The subject particles is okay. What about the third sentence? 밥 something 먹어요. 밥 something 먹어요. Which particle we have to use it here? 밥 먹어요. Yeah, which particle? 밥 something 먹어요. I eat a meal. So here 밥 is for the meal. 먹어요 is for the eating. So I eat a meal. That's right. It's 밥을 먹어요. 밥을 먹어요. In these sentences, it's easy because it's short. But if the sentence becomes longer, it can be a little hard. Which particle I have to use it here? So today I'm gonna share with you guys how can we make it easier. Okay? 저는 학생이에요. 집은 커요. or 밥을 먹어요. Okay, if you understand this sentence structure, you will know when to use 을을. The first sentence structure is subject with noun. For example, 제 친구는 가수예요. This 예요 is be verb. When there's be verbs, the sentence structure is like subject and noun, right? Subject and a noun. When you have subject and a noun, you can use 은는 and 이가 only. You never use 을을 for this type of sentence. Okay? The second sentence structure is 은는 이가 with adjective. What are the adjectives? Like 예뻐요, 맛있어요, 좋아요, 비싸요, 싸요. What else? 더워요, 추워요, 커요, 작아요, big, small, pretty, expensive, nice. Okay, these are adjectives, or some people call it descriptive verb. Okay, for the descriptive verb, always use 은는 and 이가, the subject markers. Okay, so is it make sense? Okay, for the adjective sentence, we never use 을을 for the adjective sentence. Okay, so we have to see what is coming behind. We are not seeing the noun before the particles. We have to see the which one is coming next to after the subject. Right? Now number 3. This is the most common case of Korean sentences. Subject and then object and then the verb. Subject is 은는 이가. Of course, we are using 은는 이가 marker for the subject and we are using object markers 을를. Subject, object and verb. In this case, we can use object marker. 저는 빵을 먹었어요. So 저 is the doer of the action. So we are using 저는 빵 is the object, what I eat. So 빵 is the object, so we are using object marker for here, and 먹었어요 is the verb. But unfortunately, we are sometimes omit the things here. For example, we don't say 저는 and just say 빵 먹었어요. So is it 빵이 먹었어요 or 빵을 먹었어요? Sometimes it can be very confusing, right? 빵을 먹었어요 or 빵이 먹었어요? It is 빵을 먹었어요 because 빵 is the object. So first is, if you understand this structure, it's easier. So I'll give you more examples here. And so many people ask me what is the difference between 은는 and 이가. But firstly, please keep them as same for now. Okay, and I will explain them later. For now, let's just say 은는 and 이가 are the same and they're the subject marker for now. Okay. Now I'll give you more examples here. The first one, 날씨 좋아요. So which particle we have to use it here? 날씨 좋아요. The weather is nice. 날씨 something 좋아요. 자, for answering this question, we have to think 좋아요 is verb or adjective. 좋아요 mean to be nice or to be good. Is it adjective or verb? 좋아요. 좋아요 is adjective, right? 날씨 is the subject, so we have to use 날씨가 좋아요. 날씨가 좋아요. Okay? Because the 좋아요 is an adjective. 날씨가 좋아요. Or you can also say 날씨는 좋아요. I'll tell you the difference between 은는 and 이가 a bit later. For now, let's focus more on 은는 and 을을. Okay. Now, the second one. 엄마 요리해요. Mom cooks. 엄마 blank 요리 blank 해요. 자, mom mean 엄마, 요리 mean cook, 해요 is the verb for cooking. So 요리해요 together is a verb cooks, but you can separate it with object marker too. So 요리해요 with object marker. So 엄마 요리해요. Which markers we have to use it here? Which marker we have to use it here? 엄마 something, 요리 something 해요. 네, that's right. 엄마가 맞아요. 엄마가 요리 is the object now here. So 요리를 해요. Okay. 엄마가 요리를 해요. Since 해요 is the verb doing. And then 엄마 is the doer of the action. So 엄마 will be the subject. 엄마가 요리를 해요. Another example. 음식 맛있어요. The food is delicious. 음식 맛있어요. Which marker we have to put it here? 음식 맛있어요. The food is delicious. 음식 맛있어요. Is it 음식을 맛있어요? 음식이 맛있어요. Now it's confusing. 음식이 맛있어요 or 음식을 맛있어요, right? Now you start making mistakes. 음식 is a noun, right? But it doesn't matter if the 음식 is a noun or not. It doesn't matter. The thing we have to check is the one behind. 맛있어요. Is 맛있어요 verb or adjective? Is it describing or is it the action? 맞아요. 맛있어요 is describing the food, right? It's an adjective. For adjective, we have to use subject marker. 맛있어요 adjective never brings the object marker. So it'll be 음식이 맛있어요. 잘했어요. Yeah. The correct answer is 음식이 맛있어요. 음식이 맛있어요. The food is delicious. 그래서 음식을 맛있어요? 아니에요. 음식을 맛있어요? 아니에요. 음식이 맛있어요. 이렇게. 자, next question. Let's move on to the next. 친구, 음악 들어요. 친구 mean my friend. 친구. 음악 mean music. 들어요 mean listen. 친구 음악 들어요. 친구 something, 음악 something 들어요. What marker we have to use here? So you have to think if the 들어요 is a verb or an adjective. 들어요 is listening, right? So it's an action verb. 친구 음악 들어요. It's an action verb. 맞아요. 친구 가. 친구가 음악을 들어요. Because 친구 is the doer of the action. Who's listening? My friend is listening. So 친구가 친구 is the one who's listening. So 친구가. And 들어요 is the verb listening. And then listen what? Listen to the music. So 음악 is the object. So when there is a verb, now you can have object. Okay? For the adjective, we never use 을을. Only the verb can have subject and object. Okay? Is it easier now? Now I'll show you another example. 꽃 예뻐요. Now you get the concept, right? 꽃 is the flower. 꽃. 예뻐요 means pretty. 꽃 예뻐요. What marker we have to use it here? 꽃을 예뻐요 or 꽃이 예뻐요. Let's think about the 예뻐요. Is the 예뻐요 a verb or adjective? 예뻐요 is an adjective. 그죠? I told you 예뻐요 adjectives never brings 을을 never. Okay? So 예뻐요 is an adjective, so we have to use subject marker. What is the subject marker? 꽃이 예뻐요. Okay? 꽃이 예뻐요. not 꽃을 예뻐요. 잘했어요. Now, another example. 한국어 가르쳐요. I teach Korean. 한국어 is Korean language. 한국 is Korea. 어 is the language. So 한국어 means Korean language. 가르쳐요 for teach. So I teach Korean is 한국어 가르쳐요. Now, the question is, what marker we have to use after 한국어? 한국어 something 가르쳐요. How should I say? 한국어가 가르쳐요? Or 한국어를 가르쳐요? Of course, 가르치다 is a verb, right? 가르치다 is a verb. To teach, it's an action, right? It's an action verb. So action verb can bring object marker and also subject marker. Now we should think 한국어 is the doer of the action? No, 한국어 is the object. Who's the subject? I is the subject, right? But we omitted subject. In Korean sentences, in Korean speaking, we usually omit the subjects if the subject is very clear in the context. So now we didn't say it's I, but I is the doer. And 한국어 is something you do. We have to use 한국어를 가르쳐요. 여러분, sorry about my unpretty handwriting. From next week, I'm gonna use my tablet for writing. I decided to do the live every Wednesday. Today is Thursday, but from next week, it'll be Wednesday every week. So I want to do this regularly every Wednesday from next week. So if you have time, feel free to join, 여러분. I'll be here. 자, 그 다음에 next sentence is 생선 좋아해요. 생선. 여러분 생선 알아요? 생선? What is 생선? 생선 뭐예요? 생선 is fish. And then what is teacher? Teacher is 선생님. 선생님. Some people called me 생선님 by mistake. It's like calling fish. No, that's not 생선님. It is 선생님. 선생님 is teacher. 생선 is fish. And then you might also ask, then what is 물고기? I know it's funny. 고기 is meat. But actually, 물고기, the water meat, 물고기, is the living one under the sea. Okay? The living one is called the 물고기. And 생선 is usually for something to eat. So this is for cooking. 생선 for cooking. 물고기 is something alive. Okay? I know it's weird. But 생선 is fish. Okay, so 생선 좋아해요. I like fish. 자, let's think about 좋아해요. Is 좋아해요 verb or adjective? 좋아해요. I like it. 좋아해요 is a verb or an adjective. Like is an action. So I like fish is, so you can say 생선을 좋아해요. Because I am the doer and 생선 is the object that I like. 그죠? 생선 is the object that I like. I am the doer who's liking. So I like fish. So 생선 is the object. So we are using object marker here. Does it make sense? Now, 동생 게임 해요. What is 동생? 동생 mean younger sibling. Younger sibling is 동생. 동생. And game. What is game? Game is game. And 해요 mean do. Koreans don't say play games. Koreans like to say do games. So do 해요 is the verb for play game. Okay, game 해요. I think you already know 해요 is a verb. 해요 is a verb. Then 동생, younger brother or younger sister. 남동생 for younger brother. 여동생 for younger sister. But you don't know it here. 동생 is just younger sibling. 동생 게임 해요. How do you say? 동생이. That's right. Now you get it. That's right. 동생이 게임을 해요. That's right. 동생이 게임을 해요. 잘했어요. That's right. 동생이 게임을 해요. 동생이 동생 is the doer who's playing the game. And then game is the object. What is my younger sibling doing? Right? So game is the object. Also, I heard so many people use game as 게임이를. 게임이를. No, it's not 게임이를. It is 게임을. I don't know why. Most of my students make this mistake. It's not 게임이를. It is 게임을. 게임을 해요. My younger brother doing game. That's right. 잘했어요. Another sentence. 시간 없어요. I don't have time. 시간 없어요. Now it's confusing. 시간을 없어요 or 시간이 없어요. What marker we have to use here? 시간이 or 시간을? Which one to use here? 시간 없어요. Is it a verb? In English, have is a verb. But in Korean, 없어요 is not a verb. It's an adjective. 시간 없어요 is an adjective. I don't have time. 시간이 없어요. We have to use the marker 이. 시간이 없어요. Now, number 10. 이것, this, 책이에요. book. This is a book. 이것, 책이에요. 이것, 책이에요. How can I say? 이것, 책이에요. 이것 means this. 책 means book. 이에요 mean is. Is the 이에요. So, again, 이것 mean this. 책 mean book. 이에요 mean is. So this is a book. Noun 이에요 is the first case. Then which marker we have to use? The only option is 은는 and 이가, not 을을. So it'll be 이것, or 이것이 책이에요. 이것은 책이에요. Or 이것이 책이에요. Both are fine. 이것이 책이에요. 이것은 책이에요. Now you asked me what is the difference between 이가 and 은는. Now let's talk about the difference. Since now you know what's the difference between 이가 and 을을, now let's talk about 이가 and 은는. For beginner classes, I don't tell the difference because it makes you even more confusing. If you know the difference, you won't be confident in speaking this subject marker. But it's actually better to use it instead of saying, oh, which one should I use? Right? So for beginners, it is totally okay to not know the difference and think 이가 and 은는 are the same. For beginners, it's totally fine. It's okay. 괜찮아요. But if you really want to know, for advanced learners or intermediate learners, it's here. 제가 김이네예요. Or 저는 김이네예요. If you see these two sentences, I wrote the sentence font size bigger and smaller, right? The first one is like 제가 김이네예요. And then the second one is like 저는 김이네예요. 저는 김이네예요. You know, you understand what I want to emphasize? The first one is I am the 김이네. And then the second phrase, 저는 김이네예요. Okay, that's my name. So 제가 김이네예요 is more like you're focusing more on the part in front of the marker. If you want to emphasize the subject, then it's the 가. 가 is used here. If you want to emphasize the subject, then use 가. And if you want to talk about the topic, this is just a topic and I want to explain about the topic. What I want to emphasize is the thing comes behind the subject. Then use 은는. 저는 김이네요. You're emphasizing 김이네 more. So let's say I want to introduce myself in front of many people. Okay? Then would you say 제가 김이네요 or 저는 김이네요? It's my self-introduction. I want to tell people my name. Would you say 제가 김이네요 or 저는 김이네요? 맞아요. It is 저는 김이네요. Because everybody know that you are talking about yourself, right? You don't have to emphasize 저는. Then in what case we are using the first one? 제가 김이네요. In what case we are using the first one? 제가 김이네요. In this kind of case, someone is asking you, who's 이네? Who's 김이네? Then you can say, 제가 김이네요. It's me. I am the 김이네. If you want to emphasize 저, then you can say 제가 김이네요. It's the simple example, but you can use it for in many different cases. Okay. 자, here I have another example. The second sentence here, 옛날 옛날에 옛날 옛날에 means like long long time ago. 옛날 옛날에 there was a 토끼. 토끼가 있었어요. 토끼 means rabbit. Why I'm using 가 here? Because you are emphasizing the 토끼, right? There was a 토끼. I'm not emphasizing 있었어요, right? I want to introduce 토끼 to everybody. So now 토끼 is the new topic. I want to bring a new topic to everybody. So I'm using 가 here. And then now I want to continue my sentence with 토끼. 토끼는 친구가 없었어요. 토끼 doesn't have a friend. 토끼는 친구가 없었어요. Okay? Now, which one you want to emphasize? 토끼 or 친구가 없었어요? What I want to talk about is 친구가 없었어요, not 토끼. Right? Because you already introduced the 토끼 to everybody. You want to emphasize 친구가 없었어요, the second part, not the first part. So this is the most easiest way of think about 이가 and 은는, the difference. Some people call it the new information is using 가, the old information is using 는. But in this way, it can be a little confusing. So you can think 이가 is more emphasizing the subject and 은는 is more emphasizing the things behind the subject. Okay, so that's why people call it topic marker. 은는 is the topic marker because it's talking about the topic. 저 is the topic and you are describing about the topic. And 이가 is the showing subject, so it's called the subject marker. So 이가 is more like called subject marker, 은는 is topic marker, but the name is not important. How to use? 이가 is emphasizing the subject, 은는 is emphasizing the things behind. That's the first thing you should know about 이가 and 은는 for the difference. 은는 has another one, another meaning. Okay, this is the first case. It's talking about the subject. Now, 은는 has the second case. The second case is comparison. 자, I'll show you one sentence. Let's think about this sentence. My nose is pretty. Nose is 코. Nose, 코. 저는 코는 예뻐요. If you say this sentence to Koreans, and Koreans will focus on the next line. Why? Because 코는 예뻐요 is comparing sentence. If you're saying 코는 예뻐요, they're expecting that something is not pretty. It's comparing. So 저는 코는 예뻐요. 그런데 눈은 안 예뻐요. 저는 코는 예뻐요. 그런데 눈, eyes. 눈은 안 예뻐요. Okay? So when you wanna compliment other people, wow, your nose is so pretty. If you wanna say this sentence, try not to use 는. If you use 는 for 코는 예뻐요, then they will be like, and then, okay, so 코는 예뻐요 is like nose is okay, but the other one is not okay. It's comparing. Among everything, only the nose is pretty. It can be mean like that. Yeah, it can be. I'll show you another sentence. 언니 is older sister. 똑똑해요 is smart. 언니는 똑똑해요. 언니는 똑똑해요. We are expecting the 언니 is the smart one. But the younger brother or younger sister is not. Okay, so 은는 has this kind of meaning. Comparing two things, we are using 은는. This is the second meaning of 은는. 이가 has no meaning like this, but 이가 has this. So for example, 여름은 더워요. Summer is hot. 그리고 and 겨울은 추워요. 겨울, winter, 추워요, cold. 여름은 더워요. 그리고 겨울은 추워요. You're comparing two things. 여름 and 겨울. 여름은 더워요. 그리고 겨울은 추워요. For comparing. Yeah, does it make sense? That's the difference between 이가 and 있는. The first difference is what you want to emphasize. If you want to emphasize a subject, then use 이가. If you want to emphasize the thing about the subject, then use 있는. Okay, so we are usually using 이가 for the topic. When you bring a new topic, use 이가. And then if you continue talking about this topic, use 있는. Like that. And then the second difference is 있는 has this type of meaning, comparing, comparison. 코는 예뻐요. 눈은 안 예뻐요. Okay, that was the difference between 이가 and 있는. Let me know if you liked it so that I can have the power to continue. I can have the motivate to continue this. Please let me know. Today's homework is doing this from 1 to 10. I won't check your homework. You can check it by yourself from our next class. Okay, our next class will be on Wednesday, same time. It'll be 10:30 Korean time. You have to check your local time. So please do the homework and write it on the comment. And we will check it in our next class on Wednesday. Does it sound okay? And that's it for today. If you have any questions, please type on the comment. 여러분 코멘트 해주세요. In our next class, I prepared something. So here, we can develop the sentence from the short one and to the longer one. And we can even make it longer and longer. We will talk about how to form a sentence. 네, so 다음 시간에 다음 주에 유튜브에서 다시 만나요. 여러분 감사합니다. 안녕.